We are kind of live. I think we should be live. Let me
Yeah.
test out. Okay, let me test out the Twitter. Let me see it on Twitter. I'm going to send out the link. So whichever one anybody wants to join, they can join there.
I'll share it on my WhatsApp. I want to.
Okay. I'm going to share. Join anywhere. I'm trying to give you all the links. So Twitter is right here. Then YouTube. I'm going to share for Twitter and YouTube. Copy link address, and we can copy this one. And no. About God, no. Okay. And I can share for YouTube. So that's the stuff that you can share.
I'm not seeing any link. Where am I supposed to see it?
I shared it with you on
Okay, on WhatsApp.
yeah
On WhatsApp. Okay.
WhatsApp. Sharing okay. Just wait for more people to join. I think I can also like maybe play some music. We have 4 people watching the stream now. That's exciting.
So who? So is there a way
You
to know
can't
this?
tell. You can't tell who that is. That's how crazy it is. These are like experiments for me now because okay, let me play music.
You change your name too. That's it. I changed my name. You changed yours.
Yes, now. No, it's there was a length. I'm looking at the length thing. If you
Yeah,
use
that's what I thought. Like, bro, that's all my name.
yes, now. Well, I mean,
I don't have an
the moment
extra name.
the moment you said that you don't want to be uh my Emmanuel, I just had to reduce. So it's kind of like it can be balanced and look like each other. Okay. I should have added music before we started the thing, but so many things to consider quickly. I'm trying to find the music we can play at the background that can just stay throughout the entire stream. Not this one. Can you hear the song though? Can you hear the music?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
I think the one before. Wait, let me put on my earpiece. Let me see whether it will make it.
Okay.
I want to be in on this. I want to go all in now.
Theater. Feeding the ducks.
How
I
is
like
my
this
sound?
one a bit though. Okay. Not bad. Doesn't sound bad. Say something. Say something.
How is it now? Is it okay?
I think it's good. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, but it's somehow isolated. Is it better than the previous one?
Yeah, I'm hearing you okay. Like I'm hearing you. It looks like you're speaking directly to a mic now. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. Is the music not too loud? Is it okay? Can you hear me well?
Okay.
I want to make sure I'm not speaking and then the music is too loud or something.
Is this the music you chose?
That's the only one that comes with it. That look at this other one. Let me see this other one. Nah.
There was this one that before. I think you skipped past that one.
Let me see if I can add a custom one. I have some custom one, but my fear is they might not be good material for what we're trying to do. I have this one. Oh, that upload was fast. Interesting. Okay, this one. I use it for my videos. It's like ambient thing. Yeah. It's not real light. It does not have any beats. It's just light. Is it okay? You're muted though.
I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it.
Okay, how about now? How about now?
Nah.
I can hear you though.
Yeah, you're playing the music for yourself, so you can hear it. You're playing it for
Yeah, it should
yourself.
be live now. It should be live now. It should be live on everywhere. How about now?
I was hearing it before. What happened?
Okay, how about now? It's. Are you still using the earpiece, the earbuds?
No, I took it off.
Oh, if you're not using the earbuds, you'll not be able to hear it. Is a. It's not a beat. It's a ambience thing, so you'll not be
Okay,
able to hear it. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, we're 5 minutes into. We have 8 people on the live stream now, so I think we can just get started. Um. Yeah. Let me show. Um. Just gonna show everything and just take us off the stage. Okay. Hopefully this is not too white. Welcome to the live stream, guys. We have 8 people on the live stream. I don't know who you are, but if you can hear me, maybe you should drop a comment. Please drop a comment. Hello. Drop a comment. It's gonna really help me like visualize the people I have with me. Okay. 11 people. Today we're going to do something that hopefully is gonna be the start of several other things. Hello, Frankias. Oh, nice to fight. Oh, June of the good life. Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. I'm excited. One, because this is something I've always wanted to do. Oh yeah. Oh, he's asking if there is a private there's a comment session on the sidebar. Oh, Messi shared the link. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Messi is a good person. Thank you for joining through that link. Why are you blushing, Revealer? I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm gonna bring you on stage now. Yeah, good to be here. Yeah, same as well. So we're going to do something called vibe coding. It's meant to be fun. This is not a serious live stream. It's gonna be happening. Hopefully, I can keep it consistent enough to happen around this time, or maybe even earlier. Number one, the service and the internet is good around this period, which is something as a Nigerian you need to consider. Number two, it's more like a chill time, no pressure. We can easily just chat, vibe. Maybe I can go on live and show some other things, but today we're going to do something called vibe coding. If you're not a developer, this might not be very exciting to you, but if you stick around, I'm sure you get value from this. And I brought in somebody. I've brought in an amazing person. We're going to do something together, and he's going to be a major part of that. Join me to welcome Revealer. Why am I making it so serious? Yay, Revealer!
Do I have
Okay.
to? Do I have to be logged in to see these people? I'm trying to see.
I have no idea why you can't see the comments. And like I said, I don't know. I've never been on the other side of this stuff. I'm always the one moderating these things. So I
Yeah,
can't really tell you how it looks like for you right now, except I just log in somewhere else. But you should be able to see the comments. Yeah.
I'm not
You
seeing
should be able to
anybody.
see. You're not seeing anybody. Okay.
I have to get. Okay, you don't have to get logged in. I don't think so.
I don't know. You're a guest, so I'm guessing maybe that's why. But it's weird because as a guest, you should be able to see the comments coming from the live stream as we are part of the live stream. Well, yeah. I can't tell. Maybe I have to just experiment with this after. But that aside. It's nice to have you on the stream. What are we doing today? I need to change the background. Let me change the background. Okay. Yes, this is background is better. What are we doing today, Uvila?
So we're trying to vibe code a simple web application. So it just has to do with using Blockscout API. Just something simple. And I've not really done vibe coding a lot. Who here is a master of using AI tools. So
I don't call myself a master, guy. Calm down. Don't whine me on my stream. No, don't whine me on my live stream, bro. I'm not a master. I have explored with it, I experimented with it, but doesn't make me a master. I'm also learning here.
That's the one. we have done explorations with this too, so I just know it's
Yeah.
that. So just a simple stuff, just write code a simple AI tool with Blob Scout.
Oh, that makes sense. Can you like you work at Block Scouts, and I think it's just proper that we kind of have like a sort of introduction to what Block Scout is, because that is like literally the topic of the thing. So
Yeah,
late night experiments is not just to be about like building stuff. We need to also understand what we're building.
yeah.
So if you could just take a moment to like, what exactly is Block Scout? What do you guys do, and how do you guys do it? Maybe that will give some context to what we're doing.
Okay, Blob Scout is, which is in a very simple. Blob Scout is an open source block explorer. So it's similar to what Etherscan does, but it's just that Etherscan is a closed sourced explorer. But Blob Scout is open sourced. Even though Blob Scout is more recent than Etherscan, Blob Scout seems to be more current with some of the features that developers make use of. I think we did a release today, and I saw a lot of breaking changes, new features that have been added. I think there are more tools at the side. For example, data analytics tools that you can some some features that makes it a little bit on like over the edge on Etherscan. Etherscan is like Ethereum. Scout is not like Solana. I don't know if you can get that comparison. It's more like a more current version and it's open source at the same time. But there are a lot of features I start going through them now. But just little features that makes it much more current than Etherscan.
Okay, so if you are someone that uses Etherscan, then like Blockscout is like a competitor in the
Yeah,
sense to
exactly.
Etherscan. But Emmanuel Rivilla here is saying it's better. It's better. I don't know what you're saying is. Of course, it's,
I'm not saying this because I'm working
you're
at
not
Block.
saying it. You're not saying it's better. Okay,
I'm not saying
okay,
now I'm working at Block because that might be something in my future.
okay.
But the thing is that
Yeah.
personally for me, sometimes some of the tasks I've been given, I've gone
Mm.
through the features on my own. I'm like, I have to go to the team and just tell them that this particular feature that you guys did is like it's very good and I'm really impressed. Like I literally tell them myself because sometimes when I'm like working on a task, I will just go to maybe some other explorers and check if these features are there and I'll see how the UI, the user experience of these features in maybe Etherscan or other, and I'll compare it to what Blockscout has. It's just Blockscout does it better. It's just for me, I don't know. You can
Yeah,
check it out.
personally, I think I like Block Scout. I wouldn't say I have a preference over Etherscan. At the end of the day, I don't spend so much time on it. So like my experience with it is just, oh, transaction has enter, transaction has not enter. Yeah. There are
And
also tools like
yeah.
yeah, you're saying
And
something. Say it.
one of the things that makes blocks why I prefer block charts is that you can do a lot of these things on your own. You can add a chain. You can literally build your own chain and add it on their explorer on your own. You can literally add it from their GitHub repo. This is not something that you have for a closed source explorer.
Yeah, and that makes sense because with Etherscan, the process is more like you need to reach out to the team, you have to talk, you need to I think that is something that people should be leading with. Blockscale allows you to like self self host, self deploy, self manage your. You can just like get an explorer just like that because it's open source, it's free. I, Probably we should do extreme of doing that because that looks like something that should be exciting and fun, and probably like not too many people will know that. Especially me, I don't think I realized that. But I know
Yeah.
Block Scout has some open source nature in it. But yeah, so like if you did not get the major gist is Block Scout is an explorer, allows you to build an explorer, brand it and everything, do your stuff if you are building on chain. But more importantly, it also has like a very useful interface that you can enjoy to use. For example, if I go to Optimism Explorer, I'm just gonna pull it up. I clicked it, but you open another tab. So let me just bring it up. You can see the Explorer. Yeah, Etherscan compared to this is, I'm not comparing. Don't let me compare. Let me just talk about the goodness of this. I think with UI, there's more investment in the look and the feel of it, and it looks the round edges. I like round edges. So I have I'm very, very much biased to this. So,
No, you're
but
a
it's good. I mean, yeah,
now you have the right to say all that because you're a designer, you're a developer, you're
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
So you know what? So you know what works.
Yeah, I like round edges. They just have a little bit of like ease to them than sharp edges. But there's sometimes when you need sharp edges, corporate professional stuff. But yeah, that's just about Block Scout. So today we're going to do something, and you might be hearing about it. Let me just stop sharing that. You might have already been hearing about it. We want to vibe code an app with the Block Scout API. Let me just pull that on stage and show you. So Blockscout has APIs that you can use to either show some things or uh, maybe create your own Explorer from scratch if you want to, or just integrate in your application. Whatever you want to do that has to do with understand, you need to get data of a transaction of a block or whatever. You can use the API provided by Blockscout to do that. So today we did not prepare. There's no notes or preparation for this because if you do that, then you're not really in the spirit of the vibe. We
Yeah.
came with the vibe and we want to build an application using just AI, compare using AI, using the tools that are available for us, and we want to build a portfolio tracker. We don't really know exactly what we're building, but before the call, we just kind of decided let's do a portfolio tracker with AI, simple as possible. But honestly, there are so many directions this can go, and you can also share what ideas you have. We can see we can build it quickly. Yeah, the keyword here is vibe coding. So I'm just going to search for that. What is vibe coding? Give me a second. Claude. Let me go to Claude. I like Claude. Uh, so what is vibe coding? Let's use AI to answer the questions about AI. So vibe coding is when you is a programming philosophy. These are just big English. What is a programming philosophy or approach? Exactly. Now, this is not what is programming philosophy. Okay,
You can literally,
prioritizes the
you
yeah.
can literally go on Twitter and just check what's vibe coding and you see the people that let me do
Yeah,
that.
let me do
Right.
that. I think that is more subtle than
Yeah.
Andrej Kaparti. Let me go
Yeah.
directly to the guy.
Yeah.
Uh, I think I can search his tweets vibe coding. So if you don't know Andrej, this guy is the person that just like the first person to say the word,
Vibe
and
coding.
this is a tweet that blew up the internet. 4.9 million views. You can even see Elon Musk saying,
Hmm.
"Hmm." Yeah, so there is a new kind of coding I call vibe coding. Wait, can you see the highlighter thing I'm using? This stuff.
No. Can
You
you do
can't
it
see
again?
any highlighter thing.
Nope.
Oh, you can't see it. I think because I'm sharing that tab alone. Let me just go back to sharing. Just yeah. Okay. There is a new kind of coding I call vibe coding, where you fully give into the vibes, which we are going to do here. We're going to give into the vibes. Ooh, the vibes. We embrace exponentials, forget that code even exists. It's possible because the LLM, which is Cursor Composer with Sonnet, are getting too good. This time, when he said this was in February 3, there was something called Composer in Cursor. If you are somebody that develops, you might see that the composer has been replaced by agent mode and they're not really happening anymore. But the idea is you just see stuff, say stuff, run stuff, and copy paste stuff, and it works. You are just using the AI. AI is the major developer on the code, right? And yeah, yes, you can restructure your prompts. You can just tweak things, but the major stuff is done using AI. So there's that. That's all we intend to do. So what do you think, Rivila? Do you think we're going to be successful? Do you think we're going to make it work? What's the
Yeah.
major thing we should be concerned about from this stage? What's the major concern about vibe coding as a thing generally?
I mean, I don't really see any concern because it's called vibes for a reason. You just go along with it. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
just considering now is that if you are using something like Node.js now, there are
Yeah.
some errors that come with your maybe your setup. The AI is not going to pick it up for you. Except of course we are using Cursor. I don't know if that has an edge or an advantage in any way.
Using cursor, I think for why you might use something like cursor is because you can see the code directly, and there are some tools that might not do full stack for you, right? There's some
Okay.
tools that will just do just the front end. For example, if you are doing something like V0, I'm going to walk through all these things. I was hoping we are not going to waste time talking about all these tools, but I feel like it's important that we just like take things
Yeah.
from scratch.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So if you're using something like V0, you might not be able to what's it called? You might not be able to do with backend stuff. Like
Yeah.
you can only generate like things that work in the browser. Whatever works in the browser will work with V0. With something like Bolt, I think the same thing applies. You're just mainly dealing with front end stuff. Whatever you can do with the browser works well. But
Yeah.
with something like something like Replete. If you know Replete, Replete is really good. I love Replete a lot, and I know someone that uses Replete really well. You can. These are some vibe coding tools that I'm just mentioning, like that you can help you build with AI stuff, right? So yeah, like they can really help you get code, and you can test, you can change, you can tweak, you can just use it. It works. So if you're a developer, bro, Cursor will just be like your VS Code. You are going to still
Yeah.
be coding, but you just bring AI directly inside. But if
Okay.
you don't know how to write code, maybe something like V0 would be a good place to start because you don't have to install anything. It just works. Do you get? So,
So
what do you think
what to
about that? Do you use Cursor?
I use Cursor, but it's just like you said, you are coding and you just have to maybe copy and paste code and all that. But I've not actually used a dedicated maybe software that generates code like you said and sets up everything for you. I believe those are cloud-based tools, if I'm not right wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
they're cloud-based tools.
Okay,
They're
so
cloud-based tools.
is that what you're going to be making use of?
Uh, Honestly, we have. I think we need to just make a decision. We have we can do anything right now. Like, I did not come with any decision in mind. We can. Should we use both? But the thing about both now is you need to have credits. I'm not sure I have credits. I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but you need to have credit for something like both.
Let me go check what
Do you want us to do native? I'm trying to see something that we can use in the browser that will not need anybody to install anything and just works. Do you get? What do
Okay,
you think?
okay,
Yeah. What do you think?
but how the like what do you mean it works? Does it mean that it works actually? Like you can actually make use of it? Because
Yep. You can actually make use of it. Like, okay, you know what? Let's start with V0 and we can move from there. And wherever that takes us, we
yeah.
adjust costs and we proceed. Does that
So
sound like a
this
plan?
yeah, this platforms now you're talking about, can you actually deploy these applications or you just test it and run it just there? Because I'm thinking of something that you can actually write code as write like maybe copy paste easily, then just deploy easily and just make use of it. But I don't know if you can actually deploy these applications.
Yes, you can. And that's what I'm going to show you. You can.
Okay.
You can. All right, let's get started. I was trying to post this stuff in places. Okay, so we have a plan. We're going to let me do this instead. TLDraw, not dev. TLDraw.com. All right, let's see. What's the plan? We're going to uh where's my text? Use for our Vibecoding app, we're using V0. V0.dev, and then we could also maybe try bolt.new if eventually we run into a blocker or we need to move. So let's just get started. All right, let me just share another screen. Um, v0.dev. Present share screen, v0.dev, share screen. All right. So if you don't know v0,
By Vercel. Is it by Vercel?
yeah, v0 is by Vercel. You need to have a Vercel account. So vibe coding is going in with the vibes. So we're just going in with the vibes right here. We did not plan any of this stuff. I could have used Cursor. I could have used VS Code or Cursor, but I want to start with something that is like less of a barrier to enter. So like v0 is a good place to start. So if you don't know v0, it's an application, a web app by Vercel. If you don't know Vercel, then I guess I don't know what else to tell you. Because Vercel is like
It's looking good.
it's OG in the space. Yeah. So oftentimes you see what can I help you build? This is like the first place you will start with most of these AI generator apps now. What can I help you build? What can I help you ship? We can even use something like Canva to do this, right? From this interface, you can start telling it what you want to do. But where I usually like to start is from something like ChatGPT or Grok. And I'll tell you one thing is that before there are several steps in vibe coding. I think I need to just let me share that screen instead. Let me share a screen that shows me. So vibe coding, the vibe coding framework. What do you think the first thing is for the vibe coding? Like you're going in with the vibe. What do you think the first thing should be, Revealer? Or like what would you suggest the first thing should look like? Are you there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Revealer, can you hear me? Okay, something is up. Hello? Can you hear me? You can hear me? Hello? We've hit our first technical issue, guys. Let's clap. Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello?
It's
Can you
not
hear me
me. I
now?
can't hear you.
Okay, but I can hear you though. Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me now?
It's fine.
Can you hear me now? You are. Well, hello? Check if I'm muted. I'm muted. Revealer, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me in the chat? Okay, if you can hear Cora, say Cora. Revealer, can you say something so if they can hear you, they say you can hear you.
Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Oh, they can hear the two of us. It's just you that can't hear me.
Okay.
Damn! What?
What did you say? I can't hear
MTN
you.
go muzz you. MTN go drag you for mod, bro. All right, maybe you should since they can hear both of us and I can hear you and you can't hear me, maybe you should. I can hear what you're playing though. I can hear you very well. I can hear you. I can hear you. This is the reason why streaming has been one of my. So, what did they say? They can hear both of us. They can't. I can't hear. I can hear you though. You can. Yeah.
Wahala. What
I,
the hell?
how do we move for? Okay, you
Yeah,
know what? Somebody
nah.
suggesting that you rejoin the stream. Can you rejoin the stream? Can you rejoin the stream?
What do we do now?
Good.
I don't know. What do we do now? Wait.
Can you rejoin the stream?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Speak. Speak.
Hello, 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 hello.
Maybe it's for me.
Hello, 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 hello,
Should
hello,
I?
hello, hello.
Let me
Yeah,
leave.
rejoin, rejoin, rejoin.
Let me leave and join. Okay.
Yeah, rejoin. Yeah,
How do
rejoin.
I? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, this is classical live streaming 101. Something will always happen. You have to prepare for it. Oh my god. I was already kind of like excited that nothing is going wrong, that everything is like but that doesn't happen. Nigeria, MTN would always find a way to show you Shaggy and show you Pepe. All right, we just have to give him a time. Let me see if I can find good music to play. All the music that come directly with the thing are very boring. But I have one Ebenezer Obey song that I want to add. I will shock you guys. Starlink next. Yeah, that is. Starlink is a dicey situation, right? I have been doing research into it. Do you know how many times I've said I want to get Starlink and then something always comes up and they always tell me that, oh, this is changing, this is that. Now I'm hearing that if you want to buy Starlink, you have to be paying $128 per month. I was like, I don't have cafe. What am I doing? So is it that I do streaming every day? Because that money must not go to waste. I cannot be paying that amount of money and I'm using data like a average user, because I'm really like, yeah, it's crazy. Like I'm an average user of this stuff, as much as even though I use data a lot, I don't think I'm qualified enough for like to pay that amount of money. You know, it's just killing me. I mean, it's terrible. Good thing is unlimited. Yeah. I don't know. Bro, I don't know. Oh, I just realized that I could be putting you guys' comment on screen. Sorry. I mean, I'm a newbie. Even though I've done this thing a lot, but I'm trying to get into the streamer mode. Yeah, it's kind of expensive. It's kind of expensive. Okay, our guy is back. Let me know if I can bring you on stage, Revealer. Let me know when I can bring you on stage. Your fans are waiting. Okay, say something.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What happened? What happened?
I was scared. I want to say, okay, I think this is the end of the live stream.
No. It can't be.
All right. We don't know what happened, but it has happened and we are back. Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want this silence or we want the ambience thing? Let's leave the silence, Jerry.
The ambience is good.
The ambience is good.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Do you guys want the ambience? I think our guest say he wants the ambience. So let me give him the ambience. Put the ambience at 45. At 50. Good. At 50. All right, let's go on. So I was asking about the vibe coding framework, and I was saying, what do you think will be the first thing? Even though you're going with the vibe, what do you think is the first thing that you need to do with this? I have a framework I use, and I want to know what you feel like should be the first thing if you're vibe coding. Assuming that you already have your project created and everything is good. You just want to start the vibes. The vibe.
What projects are you talking about? What projects will we create? Is it the project that we want to work on that you're saying we create it already?
Yeah.
Okay, is it like the setup, like maybe VS Code is ready, or cursor is ready?
Oh yeah. Okay, good. That's like one of the things. So like you have to consider your setup. Is setup. What are you working with? What kind of like
Yeah.
um what kind of what's it called? What kind of what kind of stack are you using? Because honestly, no matter how crazy it is, LLMs are usually well suited for some things more than the other things. For example, if you
Yeah.
are writing JavaScript, you're in good hands. You probably not have an issue. But if you're writing something like let's say C or .NET or something like that, I wouldn't really be so confident. Not that I have written any of those stuff in recent time or I'm kind of active in that ecosystem. I just know that because the number of JavaScript content question support on the internet is really crazy. So it's just natural that you would have better responses and better outputs from things like that. But if you're writing something like C.NET, well, maybe the AI can help you, but trust me, uh, it might still need you to deep a lot of ends into it. But that's not for us to talk about. Let's talk about JS. So let's say you have your setup. The next thing that I usually consider like a good space for me is something called um your the idea.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
idea. So like what is the idea? What are you trying to work on? What are you trying to build? What exactly is that? When you take when you get that idea, you need to also do something which is the next step, which is like refine the idea. So like refine the idea. So you have an idea, get an idea, and then refine the idea. So what do you want to do? So the process of refining the idea is something that might be something you're already used to, which is like for me that involves like chatting, taking that
Idea.
to chat
So,
GPT
so
and
a quick one. A quick one. So what AI tool do you prefer to use for coding tasks?
AI tool for coding task.
Yeah.
Um, what are the options? Because there are several ways to answer that question. I don't know whether you're talking with IDEs or you're talking about like I don't know what you're talking like IDEs,
So
Abby.
a coding idea now. You want to consult an LLM. Do you prefer ChatGPT, Gemini, or Cloud?
Oh, okay, okay. Now you see, I could answer that question in several ways. Um, for coding tasks, I would say I stay in I do everything mostly inside Cursor directly, and I use Claude 3.7 Sonnet for which is like saying I'm using Claude, right? ChatGPT for me, I've not tried the 4.1, and I'm not sure it's even available in the browser, like on the web app yet. I think it's still an API thing, but I use Claude 3.7 Sonnet, right? And if I'm not using Claude in the web browser, most times I don't even have I don't think I paid for that one. I use Claude
Yeah.
in the editor inside Cursor directly itself. So yeah, what about you? What do you think?
This AI, first of all, these AI tools have very terrible naming for their version.
Yeah, version
What's
is Sam
O3
Altman
mini,
even agreed now.
O3 mini, O3 plus? Like I'm so lost. So
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
So what was the question?
So I was asking you that okay, I was not asking a question actually. I was talking about like after like you've refined the idea. Where do you refine the idea? For me, I refine the idea inside ChatGPT, right? And that is one part where you can start the actual work. So you refine the idea, you take that to that's where you need something like ChatGPT. But if you can get it, I will also advise that you use Grok. Grok
Grok?
is yeah. Grok is by XAI, which is by Twitter, which is by X. Yeah,
Yeah.
Grok is really good. I use Grok for like the underlining work of getting the glues together. So what I do is I go into Grok. We're going to do that together today now. So I'm going to see how it works. So we find the idea ChatGPT versus Grok. Then once you do that, you can generate a design document.
Yeah.
Or this you don't have to do any of this, but usually if you do this process, you get better results because you've kind of you'll be more specific with what you're asking the AI to do for you. So like
Yeah.
get an idea, refine the idea, then generate a design document using any of the AI tools, and then you take that, plug that into your AI dev and vibe. So you've done most of the work with chatting with the ChatGPT and whatever. What does that look like? We're going to do that. So that process is you are kind of asking questions, getting details on some certain things, filling the gap, and then when you generate a design document, it uses those questions you've answered to generate a docs for you, and then you can use that to now actually vibe your code or whatever that is. Okay, so let's get started. So get an idea. What ideas do we want to build? Um, we what idea do we want to build? So item one, what do we want to build? So we have several ideas. We have Blockscout API. What can Blockscout API do? You can track, you can get transactions blocks and things like that. So what if we build a portfolio tracker? A portfolio tracker. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm running this through Europe so
Yeah. So what if we build a
yeah.
portfolio tracker? I'm going to draw the processes.
Okay, so a portfolio tracker now, what features do you think it should have?
Okay, so I'm thinking a portfolio tracker is gonna be like
Okay,
okay,
let's do something simpler. Um, okay, let's do a token price tracker. Is that
a token. Okay, we have idea two, token price tracker. Token price tracker.
I don't know how that sounds in implementation, whether it's the name that sounds simple.
It does sound simple though, and I know it's simple.
Okay.
So token price tracker. Okay. Any other
Yeah.
ideas from the let me say from the audience? I want to use Blockscouts API to do something. What do you guys think we should build? Token price tracker, portfolio tracker. So for portfolio tracker, this is what I'm thinking. Something that wants to give it a wallet address. It will tell you about all the token balances across all the chains that's across the multi-chain. So it's going to tell you across all the chains.
Yeah.
Yeah. So token price is going to be like what is the idea for token price? Let me get it from you.
Okay, token price is basically the price of the token per time. So let's say just like you know how volatile crypto is, so
Mm-hmm.
so and so time the token price of this, like this alerts that you see from Bybit and Binance.
Okay,
Bitcoin
okay.
so at so and so time, yeah. So the token price it tracks, it keeps tabs of when it changes. I don't know if that's possible. It's possible, but I just
Yeah, I don't think they have a webhook or they have anything like you can subscribe to, but I'm thinking we can pull the API. We can call the API maybe every 10 seconds. That's not gonna be helpful for you if you are trading with the token thing, but we can work with it. 10 seconds, call the API, gets it and show it. Yeah, we can
yeah.
do that. So token price. All right, let's vote. I think is there a way to vote? So which one should we do? Portfolio tracker, token price tracker. Um, eh, if you want to vote in the charts, that will really be helpful. So we can choose token price tracker or portfolio tracker. I think I should just put A or B in front of them. A or B. Okay. I can just do this. I like design, sorry. A or B, guys. Nobody's voted. Okay, someone is saying A, portfolio tracker. Let's see. Portfolio tracker, any other one? If nobody says any other thing, I guess we'll just have to go for A because I say A, someone says A, you're the only one saying B, so let's wait.
Yeah, no problem. Let's just go for the portfolio tracker.
No, 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 no. Don't
Let's
give
wait.
up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. We don't give up yet. Wait for it. Wait for it. Somebody will support your cause. Sorry. Don't worry. You have supporters soon. Frankie's. I'm not saying anything. I think Frankie's or John of the Good Life. I don't know if you're still here, but what do you guys want to? We have to decide between one of these two apps to vibe code. So let us know which one you support. Okay. Yeah. Which one? Which of these? A portfolio tracker that tracks all the currency, all the balance of a token across different networks, or the token price tracker that you give it the token address and then it can keep you updated on the token prices. Like you can see it in your dashboard, and then maybe you can build some custom integration with that. A or B? Portfolio tracker. Where's the claps? Where's the animation for? Where is that sound though? Oh, I don't have sound here. I want to clap. Okay, I don't have sound effect here. Okay, it's going with portfolio tracker. Sorry, revealer. It's just portfolio tracker. Yeah. Okay. You're doing balloon. You should be sad. Why are you happy? All right. So portfolio tracker. So we're building a portfolio tracker, guys. So that is like the first thing. We have an idea. So I'm going to plug in this one here. Portfolio tracker. Why is this showing behind this stuff? Okay, I think I'll just make it portfolio tracker. We're going to make this in. All right, so we have a portfolio tracker idea. We're going to build a multi-chain portfolio tracker using Blockscouts API. So what's the next step, guys? Refine the idea, ChatGPT versus Grok. So I'm going to open Grok now so that we can use Grok. Yeah. And I prefer Grok for some reason. I believe that Grok gives me better output in terms of like thinking and research. You can have your preferences in this place, but I've used Grok and I don't think I have any kind of regrets or like, so I use Grok for this. So the idea is to come here and say you are you are a senior engineer, superior vibe coder. I want to build a multi-chain portfolio tracker with Blockscouts API.
Damn. I think you
very simple, straightforward implementation. No, I don't think I need to add this. An MVP. I'm adding this so that it can decide to just do the minimum thing. And then another thing I can say is let's discuss this idea and see what type of features would be good. For now, I just want it to track a wallet address assets balance across multi chains. So you can do deeper than this, and also I'm gonna eat. So you want to eat think, but I did not eat think. Why? Because I want it to be very fast. If I eat think, it's going to do a lot of thinking, and that might take time. And so we're having this sort of like spill out. So project vision, and okay, you see, it's taking context of most of the things we're saying. Let me see. I used to see my stream. Okay, good. Vibe coding enthusiasts, Blockscouts API, etc. The goal is to create a minimum viable product that allows the user to input a wallet address and view the asset balances, tokens, etc., across multiple blockchain supported by Blockscouts. Okay, Simplicity, accuracy, and clean user experience. Like I said, that's why I added this an MVP and all. So yeah, Blockscouts is a robust choice. Okay, thank you. So for the MVP, we'll focus on the bare essentials to track a wallet's asset balance across multiple chains. So wallet address inputs, users enter a single wallet address. Okay. This is the Blockscout API address lookup endpoint to verify the address and fetch associated data. Multi-chain assets balance display the wallet's native coin balances across supported chains. Oh, and it's even recommending the type of like
the APIs to use.
The APIs, the endpoints that we use, right? You can select different chains and all in USD. Okay. And it's even recommending a framework. Okay, so what I would say now is it has given me like a basic thing, right? I don't think nothing is bad here, right? Blockscout API coverage, etc, whatever. And I think the endpoints are okay. But if I'm not sure that it's getting the right endpoints, maybe for some reason it's not getting what I need to do, I can go directly into maybe I should share my entire screen. I don't like the fact that when I want to share something, I have to. Oh, you know what? I think it's better like this. What I want to share now is the Blockscout API. Let me just go to the Blockscout API. Blockscout. Okay. I think the API is correct. I just want to make sure that it's not hallucinating on that end. Optimism.blockscout.com. Okay, if I go to API, REST API, yeah. So V2 addresses. What if I do a split screen? You guys can see the split screen? No, you can't. You can only see one screen. Okay. All right. I'm going to share. Let me stop sharing and share my entire window. I don't like doing this.
Why?
But
you want to receive it?
Yeah, I don't want to go on. Yeah, it's a crazy world out there, bro. It's a crazy world out there. But I'm going to do this for now. Share my entire screen. And then share this. And then go, yeah.
All this place.
Yeah. So these are the API endpoints for Blockscout. What I can do is I can see if they have the open API spec. Do you guys have open API spec?
I'm not sure.
Oh, let me check your docs then.
How many people are on this live stream currently?
30 something.
I think Joshua is here.
With Joshua.
Yeah.
Joshua Odogu Joshua.
Yeah.
Money spender Joshua.
Shout out
money
to
back Joshua. The money back Joshua. Which of the my guy drop money.
Yeah,
we should be able to put offering basket somewhere on this stream.
Okay.
So that boys go show love. I don't think there's an open API spec somewhere. It would be nice to have that. If there was open API spec, I'll be able to just feed that into it and then to get it. But I think it got it correctly. Let me see what it's generating. It's telling me that I can do API v2 address/token balances. Let me see. Addresses token balances. I think it's correct. Address hash token balances. I think that works. I just want to make sure that it's getting address token balances. Yeah. I just want to make sure it's not hallucinating on that end.
Does it do that?
Well, if it does not know something, I mean, that's the essence. It's kind of tries to fill up that gap, and well, that will not be good. Okay,
Okay,
so what I can,
does
yeah.
something like this happen where it retrieves like most of all this data, and maybe if you now go to the source, it's now maybe updated for some reason?
Well, the way you can prevent the hallucination is if you use something like deep search, right? And
Okay,
deep search will work when you can provide. Okay, for example, let's even try that deep search thing with Grok. I can do something like this. I can fetch this URL, this API docs thing. I think this is not gated by whether you're logged in or not, right? If I'm not logged in, I can still see this here.
okay,
Then I can go
yeah,
to something like I can go
yeah.
to Grok and say, okay, this is the API endpoint. This is API docs. What take out what you need from there. And then I can also answer a bunch of these questions it's asking me because I said let us discuss. If you check the initial prompt, I was like, let's discuss this idea and see what type of features will be good. So that's why it's asking me some questions. I do this. This is mean like consolidating two steps into one because I want to speed up the thing. But usually I will ask it to ask me question one after the other. So it will start asking me step by step question before generating this long stuff. But I want to just I consolidated two steps into one so that we can move forward. So target chains, are there specific EVM chains you want to prioritize? I can do one. Let's do optimism, Ethereum, and mode. Of course. Then two UI preferences. Do you have a vibe in mind? Dark mode, minimalist, or something flashy? Let's do
Yeah, minimalist.
minimalist, light
Yeah,
mode,
let's, yeah.
and simple,
So
plain.
you give it this prompt, then ask it to ask you questions to refine the idea.
Oh yeah, yeah. I could that's why I said this part I kind of more put two things together. It should not generate all these long things for me. I would have given this idea and I say, okay, you are I will not add to say like you are a something something something, maybe senior
Yeah,
engineer or something. Like, I'm not really sure what I use and say, let's discuss this idea. Ask me
yeah.
what are the risky things. You are a product engineer, you've shipped hundreds of products. Let's talk about this. And then it started asking me to start asking me some questions, and then I can have that back and forth and we can solidify what exactly we are doing.
I
But I
like
kind of
this.
skipped that step and just lumped up two steps together, right? So UI preferences, I can say minimalist, light mode, simple and clean. Then price data, are you okay with integrating a free API like CoinGecko, or do you have a preference for another source? Does coin does Blockscout show you the price of the tokens?
I don't think
Okay,
so. Check. Let me check.
okay, let me see. I can search for price. I don't think they do.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So what you will get is you will get the amount of token that the person has, but you can't get the price of it.
It doesn't have. It doesn't have. It doesn't have.
Okay, so we can say yes. We have 32 people on the stream. Hey guys, if you're just joining us, welcome. Sorry, we are seeing all this. It's just
Let me join the stream.
uh, um this is why I don't like sharing all my screen because I'm usually confused when I'm trying to select a new. Okay, price data. Are you okay with integrating a fee API like CoinGecko, or do you have a preference for that source? CoinGecko is okay. This process allows me to kind of like it's asking me questions that I would probably not have thought about. For example, now when we're thinking about it, I did not think about that. Oh, when you are using something like Blockscout, you're only getting the exact amount of, let's say, Ethereum the person has, but you can't know exactly the price of Ethereum from that, right? Now it already saw that ahead and just kind of asked me and say, okay, do I want to do this? Then number 4, which stretch features are you excited about for post MVP?
This
Let's
price data
focus.
was it not the token price data stuff that was for the second idea? For
Oh
number
yeah,
three.
yeah, exactly. So like, if you are doing that other idea now, you still have to worry about how to get the price, right? Because if you are getting the assets of And for example, if you are doing token price tracker, we might not even use something like Blockscout.
Yeah.
Except you guys, do you guys do prices?
No.
As this is your API, I don't think you guys do prices.
Yeah. Let me check.
You guys don't do prices.
Doesn't know. No.
You guys don't do prices. Yeah, this is everything now.
This is my
search for.
CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap.
Yeah.
I think these things are integrated. They integrated somehow. They have an integration with Blockscout.
Yeah.
So you easily click on maybe an address and just directly to the price data of that address. So
yeah. Let me see if I can see that. So if you go to something like this guy now, and I click on this guy, we can see that this is a transaction from this guy to this guy. And what was transferred, the value of this, I can see that, okay, there's 13.67. I'm very sure it's an API call to.
Yeah.
Except you're dealing with USDT, which you don't need to like swap. But if you check the network sources, you might. This might not be exposed. This might be from the backend SHA.
Go to the token transfers and let me see what that.
You might be able to see this here.
Okay.
But I doubt it, because if you have a custom backend, so I'm very sure they would just have sent all the details ahead. This is taking us out of what we're trying to do, Sha. So I don't know if I'm going to. But let's forget about this. I should go to where token transfers, Abi. No token transfers. But what I'm trying to say is this thing here, this $13 right here, is not done by you guys. It's done by an external API or something.
Yeah, it's an API call.
Yeah, it's an API call. Or like your backend just sends it across to the front end. So because this is what was the value of this ETH was sent, then it's I doesn't know that it's this, because you guys don't deal with prices. Anyways, back to what we're doing. REST API. Except you guys have prices, sharp, but I don't see anything that resembles that here.
There's no price data for these assets.
No price data. Okay. Yeah, so those are the questions we're going to ask. Let's focus on the MVP for now. What's your timeline and their capacity? 1 day. So then also I'll provide this API card. Take what you need from there, and then I click deep search. If you click deep search or think, it uses the web browser thing and accesses the web. So that's why I'm adding the deep search thing. I can add more stuff. I can maybe add like the other documentation link. Let me see if I can find your docs link. Or I can copy the entire page for it, but that might be limited. But let me just paste all this link. So clicking deep search allows me to to try to access the link that we just provided. So let's go. So I've answered the question and also provided it more context. So you see deep search, it's going to take more time. That's why I stopped doing that on top here, because it's going to do a little bit of deep searching. So the request to be the multi-chain portfolio tracker. What is a typo? Okay, then a file mode blockchain. Okay, and it's using the answer to all the things I answered. Answer to all the things I answered. The user wants a minimalist light mode, simple and clean UI, and they're okay with CoinGecko for price data. They've got a tight 1-day timeline, which is challenging, but let's outline a plan. I'm looking into the Blockscouts API docs for Ethereum to find endpoints. Okay. So because see, do you see what it's trying to do here? Do you see the browsing?
Damn.
Do you see this?
Yeah.
Because I provided that link, it's browsing those links. But it's saying the page didn't load properly.
Let me just put it out there.
What are you saying? I can't hear you.
Excellent engineer.
Honestly, it's just because I'm doing it with Vibes right now. I'll probably take more time to structure what I'm giving it, but oh yeah, these pages are not loading because they are SPAs, so it's not loading in time for it to. Anyways, okay, so it's giving me all this stuff now. So what we can do is I'll not tell it now using the using the info. Okay, prepare a design document for the multi-chain portfolio tracker app. Exclude the timeline and exclude timeline. So now I'm telling it to prepare a design document based on everything we've discussed and everything I've given it above. It should prepare a design document. So it's going to do that and give us a document that we can use to work with other AI. So let me just. Okay, we've done a lot of steps. How you guys doing? How you guys holding in? If you have questions, you can ask in the chat. I'll try to pick it up. But so far, this has been fun. So you get the steps are you get your idea, you take your idea down to ChatGPT or Grok, you fine tune it, you have a conversation, you get that, and then you can pass that into your AI stuff to work with it. So let me bring my screen back and we can check what do we have here. Okay, that's giving me this stuff. She's even adding the example UI structure. And it's even trying to build it. Interesting. It's trying to build it, or it's trying to build the UI. Let's wait. Let me see what it will do. I'm actually very curious.
I'm curious on what the tutorial on this will look like. Is it just prompting on prompting on prompting? Because
yeah, I should have specified I should give me a markdown document, so I can make that change. Let me see what the preview for this UI looks like. Okay. See the UI. But that's not what we want. Let me just specify here and say prepare a design document in Mark.
What do you mean exclude the time?
Oh yeah, it added this stuff. See, it added all this timeline, development roadmap stuff. We don't need all this stuff. We are trying to build it immediately. So like, I don't want all this timeline stuff in the documents. Give me a second. Let me plug in my camera. It's about to die.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm back. 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 All right, back to what we're doing. Okay. All right, so we have so it's doing its thing now. It's giving me the stuff again, but this time I told it not to give me a markdown, so it's going to probably generate a file for me, a document for me. Okay, so let's wait. She's even telling me that there are rate limits and stuff. Exactly, this is what I wanted. These documents that is giving me. So this is what I wanted. So I can take these documents now, once it's done, and feed it into any of my AI tools. Whichever one we choose, and vibe code along with it. Well, vibe coding, this feels like we have a structure, right? It doesn't feel like so vibey. But the idea is, if you want to get something out of it, you probably need to have some structure, right? And not let it just be a random stuff.
Yeah.
We're also going with the vibe, right? We are just vibing, talking with AI and just building something. So let's see what our Let's give our portfolio tracker a name. What's the name we're giving it? Let's choose a name. Can you guys suggest names in the chat? Let's do that quickly. Suggest name for our portfolio tracker.
Coin track.
Coin tracker, boring. Let me share. I hate this process of trying to select tabs. I usually that's why I don't like sharing on my screen, because I'm always confused on there's a space that enters me. So let's choose a name. Our speaker is saying coin tracker. Nope. I don't like that one. Yeah.
You are building a full product here. You are building literally everything is there. Everything is there.
Wallet, my wallet, Walletino. Whatever that is.
What does that sound like?
I don't know.
Give me 1 second. Let me plug my PC.
Okay. Alright. Scam.
Yeah, doing this in late night Vibecoding session. Yep.
There's Phantom. There's Photon. Let's call it Photon. Let's move on.
Photon, okay.
Yeah, let's call it Photon. Do you guys like plenty? Someone is saying plenty ports.
What does that mean?
I don't know. What does that mean? Plenty ports.
What's the idea behind that name?
Yeah, what's the idea behind that name? Plenty ports. Ports, I know, but plenty ports. Money plenty, Abby.
Deep.
All right, flow with P, plenty ports. Let me add it to the list. Plenty ports. There's plenty ports. There's this, and there's this. Okay. Another one. Flow with speed, get names. Oh, see guy. Multi-plenty. Oh, multi-plenty. Okay. I get a portfolio for ports, and then multi for plenty. So plenty ports. Okay. Sounds like an hackathon name. I'll see it in hackathon a lot for that. Port for sure. By the power invested in me as the host of this experiment. Who said that one?
The asset access. Let's just go with something.
Let me see. Asset access. Photon, Jai. I love you. All of you are smoking something else on the internet. Photon, please.
What is this photon? What is it?
I don't want to understand. No, I don't. Explain to me. It's photon. I have used the power in me to stamp it as photon.
What do you know what photon means?
I don't want to know. I know of course.
I think it's an atom of light, so it's related to
It's a positive. There's photon, there's neutron. It's a positive ion or positive something. Yeah. I think I went to school. I think so.
Is it photon now?
All right, so let's go for photon. I like it. It's short. Asset access a call. Plenty ports in it. All of you don't know that. I was just asking you. I do whatever I want on my show. Anyways, I'm just joking. I like photon. It's short. It's one word. I try to stay away from multi-words. I don't know why. For some reason, I prefer one. I like one-worded things. Photon, bolt, V0. You know, I like those kind of names.
Very minimal.
And I'm one kind of person that obsesses over names a lot. Like if you know how much I obsess over names. So yeah. So this is I went for photon. So let's go back to what we're doing. I think is in Grok. So photon. the multi-chain portfolio tracker design document. So Photon is a web application designed to allow users to track their currency asset across multiple blockchain networks. The MPP focuses on supporting Ethereum K. Okay, users can view their Ethereum compatible wallet address. Users can select. Okay. Using CoinGecko API, the app provides approximate USD values for the assets. For tokens, the app uses the token symbol to fetch the balance. Okay, good. Technical architecture. This part, I also want us to work on it. Next.js, Tailwind CSS, React query for handling API calls and caching. Okay. APIs, Blockscout API, for use the respective Blockscout instance. Okay, good. Explorer mode network. Native balances. We need a token balances. How do we know what tokens that the person have? Is there a way to get a list of all the tokens the person have? Yeah, it should. Action token list. I think she to list their own tokens. Then you can fetch all this optimism mode. Users input wallet address and select chain. User inputs wallet address and Photon fetches all the balance across all the chain listed. For each selected chain, query the Blockscouts for each chain.
How many chains did they select for this project? How many chains?
I only selected 3: Ethereum, optimism, and mode.
Okay,
yeah. So for each chain, query the Blockscout API to get native balance and token balances. Query the Blockscout API to get native balance and token balances. Okay, for each asset, native and token, attempt to fetch the USD bias from CoinGecko. Okay, in a table, no, not in a table, in cards. You see, this is the part where I feel like you should do. When I said you take the idea, you take it from your head, you take it into ChatGPT and Grok. This is the part of refining the idea. So I'm giving you specific things to do. This part is very important if you want to actually do something with the products. But like if you're just vibe coding without the raw vibe coding where you're just raw with it.
The raw one now.
This is not the raw one. This is assisted vibe coding. This one I'm trying to put some data together and make sure it works before I just let it go. I'm not just doing things. I'm trying to make sure it works well before giving some instructions. So you see how we take this now and take it into where's it again? I don't like sharing on my screens. So user input wallet, display the balances and the USD value in cards. Good. User interface designs. The UI is designed to be minimalist and clean with a light color scheme. A text input for the wallet address. A text input for the wallet address with validation. A text input. Where should text input be?
Should be something like what we have on ChatGPT, but a little bit smaller.
I like it to be odd, but the text input should be a floating input box. Input area, input at the bottom of the screen. Floating input, no, should be a input at the bottom of the screen, no padding, little x padding, and little x padding. Good. The entire page should be a total of the display view height of the user. So the idea I'm trying to go for here is something like this. Let me see if Figma.new will work. It works. So figure out what new works. That's crazy. So I'm trying to go. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, is it a new? Is it not the same Figma? Is it a new tool for?
No. Like
You
I
want to?
tried to. I enter Figma.new
Okay.
and it created a new design direction. So I'm thinking of a UI that looks like this. So I'm doing a lot of things. This is not. You might not do this if you're actually going to like just vibe with it, but like I'm trying to make sure that it looks really
Yeah.
well done and good. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
go for a design like this where you have a bottom screen like this with feel of with this kind of feel, and then go for 0x. Let me just copy my extension. Trying to copy my wallet address.
See money, Jesus.
I beg.
Too
So
much
I'm going to
money.
copy this. I'm going to give it mono. Which of the mono fonts do I want to use? Gist mono is good. I'm going to give it a 16. No, 16 is too small. Maybe 32. Then you can see something like this. I'm going to feed this design into it. So I'm trying to just do a lot of things so that we can have a good interface. I'm going to do 20. Then also I'm going to do yeah. So when you come in, this is what you see. This is not important though. It's just making sure we're giving the most because the more information you give to it, the better it looks. So I'm just trying to give it something good. So we can have something that maybe we can ship and actually have it out there. So I'm just gonna give this no, I think gist is actually good. Gist mono is good for this. So this is it. Then we can have maybe something here that's like 24 by 24 or 40 by 40 on this far end and stays at the exact same -20, and then we can make that a little bit whatever that is. So the idea is you come in, you put your wallet address here, you hit enter, you see it. Probably can go crazier with the design, but man, I just have to. Why is this thing like this? Oh, because I toggle that stuff off. I can hit track, and that would. What do you think? So we have something.
Looks cool, man. Looks very simple.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take this, put the enter key there. The day I discovered I could use emojis like this with my Mac, man, I was so happy. Like, just press this last button here, you get like all this cool stuff.
Which button is that?
Like the button that is next to control to pull up this window that you can use to select.
FN. Is it the FN?
Yeah, the FN. Do you use it?
I'm clicking it now.
Yeah, it shows up this nice
Wait,
window.
yeah.
But it's crazy. I can't see what I'm looking for, but maybe we can just manage this one. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, but let's manage this. No, not this. The other one. Nope. There's nothing I hate about characters. They always change sometimes if you're not. Well, I guess I'll just settle for this. This one should not change, even though this is not what I'm looking for. Okay, we have something. So the idea is you come in, you see Photon, you put your wallet address here, you hit track, it shows you this, and that is good. So this is what we're going for. So this is what I mean by it has the stuff on the bottom. So I have a visual experiment now to play with. Do I still have viewers? Oh, yeah, I still have people watching. Okay, so we have some visual reference. I can go back to my Grok and kind of define the other things. Should the entire should be a total data display height should be a total of the display view height of the user. Okay, a table with columns. Nope, I don't want tables. I want cards. Cards.
Is that nothing more or no
Cards.
more?
Nothing more. No, I don't want. Each card represents each chain. The total will be big. The total will be big, and then a list of individual assets as at the bottom of the card. So what I'm thinking for that would be something like this, where you have like card like this, and you have something like, say, maybe you have like $23, $24, right? This is going to be really big, right? And then bottom now you now have like Ethereum $12. Do you get? So it's going to be like it's going to be a summation of all this stuff. But like this one is going to be like really big, right? Do you get? So this will be like the total of everything, and then you now have individual one, USDT, and Jupiter, whatever Jupe, going to be like individual ones like this.
But now we just have for 3 chains. So it's going to just be Ethereum optimism and mode. Or is it
No, this card now.
chains? Okay, I understand.
This card now is not representing, is representing a chain.
Okay. Chain, yeah. Okay.
It's representing a chain. I'm just trying to make sure everything frames well. It's representing a chain. So I'm expecting to have 3 chains now. So I'll wait to see Ethereum mode and whatever chain. So it just be total on a couple of them. Then individual assets on individual chain will be here. Do you get?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm chain. Okay, this is looking not too bad. All right, so that's it. Are you still here, guys? 37 people watching. Okay, good. Well, I've not lost everybody. So this is what we are trying to build. Photon, a multi-portfolio tracker. A multi-portfolio tracker or whatever. Multi-chain portfolio tracker. This kind of made it uglier. Let me take it off. Anyways, hopefully our design. The reason I'm doing design is because if we can give it to the AI and the AI can kind of see what it looks like, but I think I should do, instead of using USDT here, let me use USDC so that it doesn't kind of confuse ETH. Because we are done with the features we want. This part is kind of where we still have work. I need to figure out where I'm going to put the. You might not need to do a design if you really want to do this, but the reason I'm doing a design just to have more control over the way the thing looks.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have vibe coding, normally you might not need to do a design. Then you can find token icons in the site, and then I can get Ethereum here. I can copy this one. SVG, copy, take it here, paste it. I can go out there and choose for USDC mode network. And then we said optimism, Abby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just now, with 3 icons.
Token icons. I use it a lot. Okay, so we have something simple. Ethereum. I'm thinking I should add the actual chain name, so it doesn't just actual chain name. So it doesn't just. I can hear myself though. Actual chain name. So it doesn't just. I can hear myself.
Yeah, I think I was playing the live stream.
Okay. Ethereum. Okay. This is the wrongest way to do this thing, but nobody cares. And I mean wrongest in terms of like I should be creating a what's it called? A okay. All right. I'm trying to do as fast as well because AI will make it better. So I'm just trying to do just to give it more context, really, not because I'm trying to make it perfect. If not, so like this, I can take this and put this here and call this optimism. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so if we have more, it will see it's you have more lists here. So let's say we have like polygon, everything will be here and you can track it, whatever. So this is what we are going for. So I can say where do we have this? Let me see. Do people see watch? That's 9 people watching. Good. Grok, where's my Grok? Okay, at the bottom of the cards. So I'm trying to create that each card represents each chain. Like we just did, the total will be big, and then list of individual assets at the bottom of the bottom of the cards. Inside each individual. Little spinner, I don't want loading spinner. I want skeleton. No skeleton. Skeleton animation.
Those three dots.
No. Skeleton animation is that thing where you see that there's a gradient moving. Like you're not sure anything, just be like white is going to the side, and then when it loads,
Yeah.
it just replaces it. Yeah. For assets without USD prices, display not available in the USD value column. I don't want to tell you, I don't know what that is. Okay. So Blockscouts instances have rate limit, typically 10 requests per second. Okay.
That would work.
Yeah.
And why do projects implement rate limiting for their products? Is it to prevent a downtime, or what exactly does it do?
Oh yeah. So if you're rate limiting something, it means that you are controlling the amount of time, or you're controlling the frequency that which somebody can access that thing. And you would do that most times if the person is not paying. So you see where it says use API keys to available to increase request limits. If I'm just using the endpoints that is provided for free, and I'm using it in a product, and I'm eating it like every time, you guys are spending money to keep it alive. So if I want to have that unlimited access to it, I should pay so I can have unlimited access to make requests to it. But once I don't have that paying request, I'm not paying, and I'm using it in a product, might be rate limited because
So every
this
prompt
one
that we is a request. So
every what sorry.
every prompt that we give to these LLMs.
Yeah, every time we call your API, you guys API, it's a request. So yeah. So it's saying that display not available for USD, probably if price not available. Ensure that the app correctly handles the different block content for a chain and code the base URLs for each chain. No. Create a constant .ts file. So I'd code the base URL for a chain. Then I don't need any of this. So one thing I will also be like modularity is super important. Avoid one giant file split functionality wherever it makes sense to do. Okay, so I'm saying this so that it doesn't just give us one large file and we don't know where it's going to, but like it kind of splits things across multiple things across as it needs to do that. So I think we've kind of gone through everything. We have what we need. Let me go through these key features. Okay. Tailwind CSS for styling. React query for undoing API calls and caching. I'm not sure. Should we use React query or Tanstack query?
What's Tanstack query?
Is this thing for React people? I'm not so much in the React query ecosystem, so I'm the React ecosystem. So, but I know Tanstack query, sha. Oh, is even formally React query? So yeah, it's the same thing. It's just like a previous version. Oh, you see, I'm a Vue guy, but I actually use a bit of React. So let's see. I know it. Yeah, I use Vue.js. I know enough to vibe code. I hate sharing on my screen. I don't know where I am again. Oh God. Okay.
Why don't you use you don't use folders for most of what you do?
I do, but I don't know. Tanstack query for handling API calls and caching. Tanstack query for okay. All right. I think we have everything we need. Okay. Choosing mode, yeah, is actually a bad decision because is it? No, it's not. Okay, so we have everything we need.
Yeah.
This took a while, and that's because I was trying to show and do a number of multiple things. But usually, this process will just take a little bit of time. I go through it, I get what I need, and I move. So what you want to do is to download this to file. So I have now downloaded this stuff, multi-chain portfolio tracker, design documentation, whatever. Let me see. Do we see have any audience? It's 9 people. If you are still watching, say I. Say I. Do give me a sign. Throw an emoji in the chat. We're going to be
Is
rounding
this
up very soon.
across all platforms?
Yeah. This is I'm sharing to LinkedIn, I'm sharing to YouTube, I'm sharing to Twitter. We have 41 people watching. If you are still watching, do like what is it called? Like drop an emoji. Hi, hello, hi, Messi. I think only people on YouTube and X are the only people that can comment. I can see. Hey, Flow with P. Do you like the design? Do you like what we're doing? Do you have questions? Whatever it is, let me know. Hi, hello. We're going to round up very soon. The major part of this was figuring out all these things. We already have something to work with, so let's move on. Only 2 people, Flow with P and Frankie's. Where are you? Revilla, are you still there?
Yep.
Don't be distracted. Don't be. Okay. Thought you were sleeping. Okay, you're back. All right. Tank star query. We have tank star query. We have All right, so I've downloaded the file. So now the next part is to decide: are we using Cursor? Are we using VS? Are we using Bolt? Are we using Replit? Are we using which of the AI tools are we using?
Cursor. Let's use Cursor.
We should use Cursor.
Yeah.
Why? Why now? Why make we use Cursor? Why Cursor?
I feel like you have a little bit more control.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to install certain things and you know what you're installing. But when you use this cloud-based tools, you don't know what is running in the background to make your stuff work.
You can actually just download your code yourself. But okay, we'll do this. We're going to use Cursor, but we're going to throw it inside V0 first. See whatever what happens there, and then
yeah, do that. Let's see.
Let's see. So I'm going to share my screen again. Let's go to V0 once again. V0.dev. V0.dev. All right. We're in V0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach that document that we just downloaded. This. And then I'm also going to attach I'm going to attach a picture of this stuff that we designed. Export. Or I can just copy it as an image. Photon.
This vibe coding of a thing, does it affect who does it affect more? Is it the front end guys or the back end, or it cuts across all industry?
I would say it's I don't the word affects. I don't think that word accurately defines it. Affect seems more like it's a negative thing. Well, you can argue that the barrier to do what the junior developer would do now is, as a junior developer now, you cannot just say you cannot write HTML because this thing can spit out HTML fast, right? So that cannot be like your moat anymore. The definition of a junior developer now might probably have to change, right?
Yeah.
So I won't use the word affect. I would say it's changing the way you look at front end, because front end is what you see most people use it for. For back end, there's a lot of things going on there. It can write the code, but most times back end is more about the knowledge of like what exactly do you connect together, right?
Yeah.
What exactly do you do decisions? Back end is a lot about decisions. AI can make the decisions sometimes, but it's my work, but it might take a while for you to grasp. But with front end, once you see it and it's not seen very well, you know what to change. But with back end, there might be a lot of decisions to make. So that will be the difference. So I'm saying it can do back end for you, it can do full stack, but like there will be a lot of things that you might not be able to do. Like for example, if you want to write edge functions now, maybe you can write the code, but sometimes you might need to write the code directly inside an IDE that's in the browser and stuff like that. So sometimes, for example, I'm working on something now and the cursor is telling me to go and change code in the browser, right? It's telling
Yeah.
me to go and do things in the browser and all that stuff. Like connect this when you're working with Redis, working with you're trying to set up a load balancer and things like that. Well, but for front end, sharp, for example, V0 now, you see what will happen. So we give it this stuff and we say build using the design, using the design document shared and the UI attached, build out photon. Okay, let's see. This is the this is the part we're kind of getting. So let's see what happens. Sorry, so are you thinking? I like to read the thoughts sometimes. The user has shared the design documents for a multi-chain portfolio tracker called Photon and the UI mockup image. Let me analyze the image first. The image shows a clean minimalist UI for the Photon, header with Photon text, 3 cards representing different blockchain networks. Each card shows a network logo. So I like to do this because it just gives me joy reading what the AI is thought about. So so you can see it's trying to write all the code out, and it's kind of gonna do a good job because now we've given it more context than just saying do this. We've given it a UI look, we've given it a design document that we specified everything that we want. We've told it to use thank stack query for certain things, and okay, we have our first output. Doesn't look exactly as you want it to be, but that's why I also love this stuff because I can go in there and I can change things. For example, I can go to the page, and I can see the H1 is Photon portfolio tracker. That is down here. Address input. Yeah, address input is down here, and I can see that if I go to address input, I can see the address input. Padding for sticky bottom, you can see it. This is it. So, but don't let us focus on the look right now. Let's just focus on functionality. So I'm just gonna grab my wallet address from here. Let's see if it actually did anything. I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna put it here. And I'm gonna hit track. Okay. All right. So you see, this is the reason why I wanted to give you some UI thing. So you see that it has given me done a lot of work with getting the thing done. So error fetching data for mode failed to fetch. That's not the only thing that failed actually. Let me click track again. I can also look at the console and see. So I don't have anything on Ethereum. I don't. Let me see. What do I even have stuff on that? Ethereum mainnet. So why am I seeing $0? So I have 43 USD on Ethereum mainnet for this account. Yeah, I should be seeing. So I should be seeing 0.02946 ETH here. Okay, so what is wrong? Let me click track again.
Which wallet is connected? Is currently on the wallet? Let me see.
This one.
Okay. Click on that Ethereum logo. By the left, no, up. Yeah, by the top left, up. Yeah.
It's mainnet.
The mainnet. Okay.
Yeah, it's not testnet. Okay, so something is wrong, but I like the fact that it got our UI. So I'll probably just need to change is a number of things here, but that's not by the way. Let's try it again. Enter a valid wallet address. Are you okay? Oh, there's space in front. Track. Something is wrong. Let's see. Let me refresh it so I can do it again. Okay, and use the error to fix it. So track, failed to fetch, and I can click fix with V0, and that is going to go ahead and Crunch. The error message is proxying. What is all this one? API/proxy/encode. Bro, you don't need to proxy anything. Let me do something. Let me confirm that this thing is working. Upscotch.
Don't check if the API.
Yeah, I want to check how they're calling the API. So I just like I can just test so I know where it is. This is why if you have vibe coding, you have an easier time if you actually know what's going on. But if you don't know what is going on, it's also good. But like because I know what to check and I know where to tweak, I can actually get something good going. So get address info. Let me say get address coin balance history. So whatever this is, let's use it. I'm gonna copy this one. I'm gonna copy this one. I'm gonna go to Upscotch. I'm gonna paste this here. I'm also going to go back to the place and this is what you want to copy. Okay. I'm also going to come back here and showing this 8 Blockscouts transactions. I'm going to replace this with this, with this, with this, and then I can replace my address with this. Okay. Let's see if it works. Okay, it works. So why are they doing cause error and all that stuff? Oh, it did not work. HTTPS, HA Blockscouts v2. Coin balance history. It is. Okay, I don't think. Let me give it another address just to see. But I think that's the only one I have something on Ethereum mainnet.
Should I share my address?
Yeah, if you have something on Ethereum mainnet, that'll be good. Oh, sorry, it's true. I don't have anything though. That's on Base. It's on Base. I have stuff.
How is it not showing?
I think that is what MetaMask have done now. So when you are viewing something, see, they are showing it. See, this is optimism. I have no 0.8 on optimism. I have 0.8 on optimism. I have 0. But on Base mainnet.
Okay.
Yeah, Base. You can see the Base now, right? And Base is showing $46. So actually, that 0 is correct. But let me see if I have something on mode.
I sent my address.
Okay, let's try your address. It's actually correct. It's good. It works. Let me see your address. I like this designer. That's too good. No vex. Okay, now this works. See, we can see that it works. It has a block number, like that. It's showing your balance history. Okay, let me plug this into the V0 thing and see if it works. I believe it will work. Woo!
Too much money. Too much. Wait, I have mode.
Too much, bro. You get money.
Wait, I get mode for wallet.
Bro, this thing is working. Like, see, one shot, guy. One shot. We have it working. Does this correlate with what you have inside your Ethereum account?
Except that I'm not seeing mode. Wait, how much is mode now?
We can test it. Let me see. Coin markets, coin gecko. Can you see if I paste a wallet address here, will it show me the balance of it? I don't think it will.
Nope.
It won't.
I think
it's not. Etherscan will show me what you have in. Oh, why am I using Starscan when I can use Blockscouts? Ah, it's a scan. Go away. This is Blockscouts. If I eat entire, you see what I say? What are you saying? What are you saying?
It works.
8.74. It works. 8.74. We just vibe coded a portfolio tracker, guys. Call you guys should we should drop offering baskets so that I start dropping money. Fund us, fund us, fund us. We just did it, guys. We did it. It worked. It
And it
worked. It
works.
worked. It worked. Now the goal now is to make it as close to this design as possible. Now I'm not sure about the padding I have or the edges, but I think I can. I'm using 24 there. I'm using 20. 20 is not bad. Then I can use let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What am I even doing? Put everything inside a shift layout now. And then reduce the distance between them. This is not bad. So this is what we're going to try to make it look as close to this as possible, and then we call it a day. Or should we still do the cursor on my guest speaker? Should we still do the cursor on? Because this thing already worked. There's nothing to do again. This is already working.
I think we should leave cursor. I'll use the V0 for whatever I'm going to do.
Yeah, you can use Visual. You can also use boats. I think we could also use boats to do it. But I think Visual is very good with UI. You can also use something like Lovable. If you don't know Lovable, let me show you Lovable. Lovable is also good with UI as well. Like I said, you attach the picture. Let me just attach the markdown. You see all the process we took to get to this level, right? Yeah. It's all important to make sure that the thing does exactly what we want. I need to sign in.
I get to app.
Oh no shit! I was gonna dox myself. I don't show my emails. God, thank God. Please check out Lovable yourself. I almost reviewed something that was right.
Well, I'm there now.
Lovable dev. Lovable dev.
Lovable and what I'm trying to say. Have you used Canva AI?
I have played around with it, but I wouldn't say I've used it. I just oh nice. What are they doing? And that was what I did. Let's see if we can make this look better. Let me plug in the former address I plugged and see if it actually doesn't break now. Okay, so it's kind of working, but error state should still be managed. It's showing 0, 0. Anytime there is not balance, it should probably just show something else. But let's just assume that this works. I can open this in a new tab so we can see it properly.
So I can actually just play around with these things and just build any idea that I want to do.
That is the scope, guy. So like right now, this is ready, and I can clean this up, and I will just publish it maybe tomorrow morning or something. I'll just make this look better, right? But the essential part of it has been worked on. Something like V0 bolts. There's also like exponent.run that you can also use, and this one actually also does really good job with like AI stuff. I can claim free trial, but I don't want to use my free trial guys to be doing experiments live. I want to enjoy this. So instead of that, I'm going to use another tool called Codev. I think Codev is.
Are you talking about Lovable?
No. Codev. But Codev is I think it needs me to use VPN. Another tool will be this one by.
Yeah, you need to use VPN.
Nobody's coming to mind. So Replit is also there, but you can see that we got this to work. He has $57 on mode, which is from mode tokens. He has 8.73 on Ethereum. He has nothing on Optimism, right? I can just go ahead and make this look better by prompting. But you see, like we've gotten the major thing done, and that is how we just vibe coded a working products, a working thing using APIs from Blockscout. And
Blockscout,
I know
Visual and Jirok. that the tools we use.
Yeah. There are several processes that I kind of added on top of it just to give it some structure. But honestly, the vibe coding spirit is just going with the vibes, right? You might not need to do a number of things I did. So what do you think? How was the session?
Just actually feeling, I'm just actually understanding what this thing is actually doing to, how it's actually changing how people build and how people interact with most of all these applications. Like I'm just actually getting the idea now. I knew that okay, you can actually build an app by copying and pasting code, but I'm actually seeing now that you can really just go and prompt something, copy it, paste it on tools like, and I'm getting like I'm actually understanding how it's changing what people are doing. Developers, you can't really just come and say you want to build something as simple as this. You have to actually go a step further. This reality is just kicking in now. We built
Well,
some under like what do we do 1 hour plus, like
if you notice, the major time was spent on me just structuring and just doing design. And crazy enough, that design I could skip that, or I could ask AI to do the design for me.
that you like, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
but the only reason why I focused on doing design myself is because I wanted something specific, and I kind of like truly made the idea together. But I can easily just keep out that part and go directly to just prompting and prompting and prompting until I have it good. I know people that do that, and I can do that as well. But naturally, it doesn't just vibe with me because I'm very picky when it comes to looks. So
Yeah.
I work on that.
So what happens to developers now that make use of vibe coded applications and push it to GitHub? Is there a way you detect that okay, this is a vibe coded app, and maybe they finesse it like you do, maybe they make a little customizations here and there? Is there a way for it to like, I don't know, what do you think about doing that kind of thing? Because you can literally have projects on your GitHub, buff it up with vibe coded applications
I think at the end of the day, people should start focusing more on solving problems.
rather than
Um,
the means.
yeah, if you build an app that solves a problem, we don't care if you vibe coded it or not. We care that it
No,
solves a problem. We'll use it, right? If there's trust me, AI engineers in Twitter right now, they have
yeah,
AI co-pilots in their code that helps them with coding. But we don't care as long as we know that it works and they tested it and it works. We don't really care about that, right? It's all down to, is it solving a problem it needs to solve? Is it solving it well? Are there security risks involved? If there's not of that, we don't really care about what goes on behind the scenes. It's like um let's say you want to, do you really care about how the card, you're going to wake up tomorrow now, you're going to go out and hail a taxi and say, hey taxi, please take me to this place. Do you care about the taxi driver's driving experience at that point? Do you
yeah.
care about how the car was made? Do you care about what, you don't care about all those stuff. You just, you assume that once he launches those stuff, he knows what he's doing. Once he enters the taxi and he's doing taxi, you assume that he's good with what he does. You enter, he solves the problem for you, you pay him, you leave. There are instances where this case might not apply though, but the general thing is vibe coded apps. Um, Depending on who is doing them and depending on the kind of level of it, you should still be wary about people that launch and say, oh, it's vibe coded, because sometimes they might not be developers themselves and they might not be able to go through and do some security checks and everything. But it doesn't stop you from playing around with these applications. One way you can do that is also just by testing bits like dummy accounts and just playing around with them first, right? Because we've gotten so many instances of people deploying keys and stuff to production, right? It's not really that fun and safe. But you can see right now, if I clean this up now and I launch it tomorrow on Facebook, nobody will know if I've coded it. Nobody will know I just played out with it. But that is why one thing about adding those structure helps, because now I
On clean,
can go through the code and I can read through it and I can try to understand it. And because I told you to split out things, I know that this one is handling address input, this one is handling chain card, this one is handling portfolio tracker, this one is handling the API calls and functions and a number of stuff. What the, this is on shifts. Hi. Is that it? Is it? It's like everything is kind of like, you see when I told you to use constant.ts, see how we did
yeah,
it. Yeah, this is one. This because I had the opportunity to like, and it even uses like routes. It's proxying. I don't know why it's proxying this stuff. Shouldn't need to do that, but like it works though. So I
There's so
can
much.
go through that.
There's so much you can do with tools that are available now. Just literally look at this one-click deploy, and your app is live.
If I click this now, the app is gonna be live, and
It
I
will
can
go live.
also add. Yeah, I can also add all these super base and stuff to it. I can add Redis, Upstart for Redis. I can add AI tool. I can use file. I can add Grok. I can add blob storage and things from this place easily. But I don't need any of those stuff for this project. So I mean, that's it. We just vibe coded a portfolio tracker and using Blockscouts, and I'm really excited for how this turned out. It really did good. Okay, so thank you guys for joining the stream. I don't know what else to talk about today. I think we've gotten to the conclusive end, the proper end of the stream. It's already 1:31, and so it's nice having you guys join us. You feel like, why are you shaking your head? What do you want to say?
I really enjoyed
It
it.
looks like magic, right?
Yeah, when I learned a lot. Thank you to the great scholar.
No. Don't thank me. Don't thank me. That's how we do here. Don't let it shock you.
Just hitting home now. I'm just thinking about
Yeah.
how, like, wow, like, bro. Let me drink water. Thanks.
Yeah, drink water, bro. Drink water.
We should do this. We should do this often. I don't know.
Yeah, if you have any more ideas, I'm going to try to find guests for my next stream. I'll try to do the next stream tomorrow. I'll find something else to do tomorrow and do it tomorrow night, right? But this was really fun to do. Flowy P, thank you so much. Really happy that you stayed to the end, and hopefully this was worth your time. Okay, so that's it, guys. Welcome to sorry, not welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much to our speaker. I'll take you off the stage now and just do a little bit of roundup, and we can call it a night. Thank you. So we just looked at vibe coding. I walked through the process of getting off the ground with vibe coding, understanding the process, the structure and framework that I kind of like follow, and more importantly, I kind of like went through the entire thing, and we built a portfolio tracker using Blockscouts API. Blockscouts is a blockchain explorer, like Scan, like SoulScan, but I love it because it looks good. The UI is interesting and it's open source, right? And the number of stuff that you can do with it. So if you want to see more of this kind of session, I really don't know what you guys want to watch, but I want to do this more often. This is already 1:33, and to see 67 people still live gives me some form of joy. And also, I'm playing it safe because my internet is really usually better at the time, all thanks to the almighty MTN. So I'm gonna fix all of those problems soon. But until then, we just have to make what we got work. What did I just press? Okay. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys on the next stream, which, by God's grace, by the grace of all things in the universe, should be tomorrow. And we're gonna see how that works for now. If you have anything that you want me to live stream about or talk about, you know what to do. Just at me at Koa with stuff. Let me see if I can type that in the chat so I can show it on screen. At Koa with stuff. Koa with stuff on Twitter. Also at Koa with stuff on YouTube. At Koa with stuff on TikTok. Everywhere. Only on GitHub. It's only GitHub where I don't have Aquari stuff. And also our speaker for today is a blockchain writer, technical writer at Blockscouts. The same folks that we use their APIs to do amazing stuff today, that's where it works. So, we had some really great power and substance in the house. I'm really excited for being able to get him to do this by this time at the night. This is really late our time. So thanks so much for joining today. Say all that being said, my name is Koa. I'm the Vibe Advocate, the developer relations engineer, and I'm a very curious person. And that is all I do. I learn and I share so I can learn more and also share more. Thanks so much for joining the stream. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and good night.